Another video. So just a little while ago I made a video called Useful, where I explored how I feel myself useful sometimes. And then I went off into this tangent of telling what I did today, because I did a lot of things today. And I feel good enough about these things that I did that I want to say them. I want to tell them, speak them out. So, as I said on that other video, yesterday I moved a lot of things back from my old apartment in Zurich to my new house here in the farmland, close to the forest, with 5 other people. Large house, huge barn right next to it. It feels really, really good. Yeah, and I brought a lot of stuff. And so I had already been sleeping here for about a little under a week. And I was sleeping on a camping auto inflatable mattress that someone lent me, and a jacket instead of a jacket as a pillow, and a couple of bed sheets I managed to grab on the first batch of things that I brought, just the basics. And I had been scraping my lifestyle here for the last week. It was nice. I did the things, but then I came back here in the second batch and I realized after the first week, like, okay, there's a lot of things that could be improved. There were a lot of things missing. There still are a lot of things missing because this house was, people have been living here for less than 2 months. I think 1 month is the total since some of the 6 people started to move in here. So it's full of still little quirks and little things that kind of don't work, but kind of should, but not really, or things missing. And I realized I have a lot of those. I have a few of those things that were missing. So yesterday I brought a couple of things, quite a few things. The internet. I got a 4G router that works here because no other optical fiber doesn't get here for a good connection, and copper is slower than 4G, so it doesn't make sense to get copper. So I guess I just want to list out the things I did that I feel useful about, productive. And that is, I installed a Wi-Fi router, 4G Wi-Fi router, so now we have internet in the house. It works well. I was moving around the house figuring out where I got a good signal because the house is kind of big and electrical outlets are limited. Sometimes there's a very good corner where I think, oh, this is exactly where the router should go. And nope, there's no outlet. So I was moving around, figuring out, okay, where do I get a good signal, doing speed test one again and again and again. Eventually I found out that the router is both 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, and that it automatically goes down to 2.4 gigahertz if the 5 gigahertz signal is starting to get weak. And that just did not work. Just because I have to wait for a signal to get weak in order to get transferred to the other network, and I'm not even sure if that's working right, so I just said, screw it. At the end, I just removed the 5 gigahertz network, and now I only have a 2.4 gigahertz network, and it works better. I was able to put the router right on top of the flight of stairs, or close to the flight of stairs, where I think that the waves then kind of like come down from the second floor to the first floor, so that they don't need to penetrate the wood to get through into the first floor, ground floor here in Europe. What else? What am I talking about? Oh yeah, things I did. Wi-Fi router. Check, done. I got three Philips Hue light bulbs from my house, and I thought, oh, it'd be really cool to have some of them here. So I installed the Philips Hue little bridge thing, and the bulbs work perfectly. Done. And then there was a lot of there were a lot of light problems here in the house. For example, this light that you see all around, ambient light, that's new. I got it done because there's a lamp here that I disassembled almost entirely just to get the light bulb off of it. It had this very, very, very weak red light bulb that seemed like it would be used outside of a brothel instead of a house. But it was stuck. It was so stuck. Like we were very scared that we would injure our hands if we would be trying to continuing to press. In the end, one of the little contacts in there was like bent, so it should be like, let's see, sideways. Sideways, there was like little contact here and there's big contact here, so that's how it should be. But then instead of being like this, it was like slanted, so it was like it was coming towards me here. It was completely bent. That was why it was so hard to get the light bulb out. So in the end, I figured out how to do it with little tweezers, and then my monitor went off. My monitor is my lighting. Talk about impromptu solutions. Light bulb. I got the light bulb off. I put on another light bulb. I brought back like 7 or 8 light bulbs that we had in the apartment. Now they're everywhere. I just put them everywhere. Whatever there was no light, it was like, gotta put them in. Gotta put another one. Gotta put another one. And then I had a problem that some light bulbs were large, some light bulbs were small. Like the socket is smaller. There's another standard apparently. So I was trying to mix and match, figuring out which ones work. I only had the large style of sockets. But it's nice. Now I have 2 of the Philips Hue bulbs installed. Then at least all of the rooms have light, I believe. So that I felt fulfilled about that. And then my room was just like, it's very nice. Like there's wooden white walls, a wooden ceiling that kind of looks like this. And the floor is it also wood? Yeah, it's probably also wood. So, but it was bare, just bare windows and my camping mattress and in between a bunch of scattered suitcases with clothes and shavers and little bits of stuff spread out all over the room. My underwear here, socks there, towel there, blah blah blah. So yesterday I got a little bit of furniture, which means one little table, one little yellow thingy that I can open and put towels and bed sheets in. I kind of organized that, and then I realized, my windows. I was given curtains to put in front of the windows, but I hadn't done it. And then today I felt useful. I felt like doing things, so I thought I'm gonna go and do that. So I got my curtains and started just putting it in there, because the Swiss standard of curtains is annoying to install. So what happens is that they have this, how do I explain it? If I'm looking at it from underneath, they have a little metal railing that it has a tunnel underneath, but what we see is covered mostly by metal. So if the hole is like this, it's actually covered like metal up into like this. I only see this little tunnel here, and the thing that the curtain hangs from are these little plastic thingies that are meant to like come into here, and so back into here and back from here. So they kind of hang on top of that tunnel that is built in the metal railing. And so you can't just put them up there. You need to take them all in my house at least, there's a small hole all the way on the one side of the railing of the room, and I need to take each of the little plastic things and kind of put it in the little hole and then just slide it and then do the next one and then do the next one and then do the next one. And I think it wouldn't be as annoying, except that each little piece is it's hard to put in. It's it's not handy, so, and they're small, and so what I try to do is just hold it as best I can, but it's not easy to hold, and then and then the thing is kind of rolls around very easily, and so I'm trying to do that while looking up all the time and trying to fit it exactly into this little hole that it also doesn't slide quite like nicely. It kind of gets stuck, and eventually like each little thing is an accomplishment. And to put those curtains up, I probably did that 30 to 50 times. No, less. 20 to 30. No, more. It was a lot. It was more than I wanted to do it. But in the end, I got the curtains up and it felt like, okay, accomplished. I have curtains. One blue and one white. Mismatching, but they're curtains. And then I realized, oh, I have all these colored fabrics that I brought from my apartment. I have a bunch of fabrics, like I have a light blue one, I have a dark blue one, I have one that's also dark blue, but with the image of a fish in it and a lot of purple and green colors, quite beautiful. And then I have an orange piece of fabric with tassels or dilapidated fabric on two ends that has a bunch of Buddhist Tibetan writings all over the place that I got as a gift. And then I have a red piece of fabric that could be a scarf. It's silk. It feels like silk. And then I have orange and yellow piece of fabric that looks like, what would it look like? It kind of looks like, looks like it's water, but it's made of fire. Oh, that's a pretty nice description. Yeah, it kind of looks like ripples, like there are ripples in the pattern, but it's fiery. It's not quite like red and orange. It's more like yellow orange. So yeah, like a soft fire in the shape of water ripples. That's pretty nice. So I have that. I have all these pieces of fabric, and I thought, oh, I can hang them up. I had a lot of them hung up in my apartment, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna do that. And there were a lot of leftover nails from the other person who had lived in my bedroom before, so I just grabbed them. They were a little bent, but I just grabbed a hammer and started bam, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hung fabrics all over the room. I like how it looks. It's diverse, it's colorful, and I have these pieces of fabric that kind of partition my room into 3 different pieces, different parts. I like it. So I did that, and then what else did I do? Oh, I shaved. I feel that was kind of an accomplishment. It had been unshaved for about a month now. It was time to go. It was time to go. I think this is also time to go. Out. What else did I do? I fixed those lamps. Then I was telling people what the Wi-Fi password was. I did a lot of other little things. I just forgot. What else did I do? Oh, I ensured that there was another projector over in the living room. I made sure that it worked. Oh, I went jogging this morning. I really felt productive about that. It's nice to go jogging. What else did I do? Just organization, I think. I just had a lot of scattered things all around and put things here, put things there. I set up my little table with my little candle and some incense things. Now with Kind of looks like it was back in my apartment in Zurich, but now it's cleaner because I set it up again. So I like that. What else did I do? What else did I do? Just stuff. I cooked pasta. I made myself porridge in the morning. Like, I did stuff. Even with these things that one might feel, oh, they're habitual and they're mundane because it's just making breakfast and lunch, I just feel like I did it. I made it with good intention. Here's my breakfast, here's my lunch. And yeah. What else was I dragging here and there? Oh, I put back the inflatable mattresses that I got inflated. I got the jacket. I gave them back. I gave back a lamp that I had been lent. Yeah, I organized myself. I put some towels where they should be. I put my regular toothbrush, toothpaste, shaver things. I know I wanted to put it where I want it to be, but I don't have a place for it yet. Just stuff, man. Just stuff. I did stuff. Set up my yoga mat. Yeah, that's what I did. 17 minutes to say what I did today.